Hey everybody, how's it going? Josh here, and welcome to another installment of the Daily Rewind today for October 9th, 2019. And thanks for all the feedback so far since we started going on camera this week. We've been taking all of it in, kind of brainstorming how we can best use all of that feedback to improve all this content. For example, getting a new backdrop, for example, better lighting, just tons of other things. So hopefully we can implement that as time goes on, as all of us here at HeMan get more comfortable with the whole on-camera, display format, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it'll be a much better presentation as we go on. So we have a few different news stories today for you guys. The first one is regarding this Matrix news, which is pretty cool. I'm a huge Matrix fan. I think most people around the world are. So anything about the new Matrix movie that they're developing is definitely, I want to hear about it. So that's the first piece of news we have today. The second piece is just some really cool HeMan news. HeMan may be coming to Netflix, which will be really cool. And then the third piece of news is some Spider-Man Far From Home kind of concept art, if you will, which shows really cool looks at each different elemental, which we haven't seen before. So we get to see different concepts and kind of directions at one point in production they were going to be taking with the elementals. So getting onto the Matrix one. So the actor Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and if I mispronounce that, I'm sorry, he starred in Aquaman, and also he was in the same Black Mirror episode as Anthony Mackie with regards to the video games and stuff like that. I think the video game is called Deadly Viper or something like that. That helps kind of remember for those who watch Black Mirror, but overall just a fantastic actor. He's being looked at for a lead role in the upcoming Matrix 4, which so far confirmed Carrie-Anne Moss and Keanu Reeves returning in their respective roles. However, Lawrence Fishburne, even though it's believed he'll return, no one knows to what capacity, whether it'll be like a flashback or in whatever current time period the Matrix 4 takes place in, which makes people think that this casting news may be relating to a new incarnation of Morpheus within the Matrix being displayed. And while that's not confirmed, according to Justin Kroll, he says it wouldn't be completely inaccurate to say something like that. So it's probably worth staying up to date to that as much as we can, with the Matrix 4 being expected for like a later 2021, maybe 2022 release date. We don't have an official one yet as of me recording this, but hopefully we get some really cool news soon. And getting on to the next piece of news we have here. So I'm really interested in this personally with HeMan, because HeMan's something that has been floated around for years. But according to reports, it looks like HeMan may be going to Netflix of all streaming places. And it looks like Sony is, kind of fishing it out, which some people in the past would say that's a negative thing. But for those concerned, this is the movie, if I haven't confirmed or clarified at this point yet, is actually for an animated TV series from Kevin Smith. But technically also as well, Netflix may be receiving a live action movie version, which currently has been in production for some time. So according to reports, while the picture is still, set to release on March 2021, sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that Chairman Tom Rothman is exploring the prospect of getting risk-free cash for the pricey project by making it on Netflix instead, or releasing it as a Netflix exclusive. This will be a really interesting development to keep track of, because the last really big project I remember was going to be in theaters and then surprisingly moved to Netflix was the Cloverfield Paradox, which, depending on how you receive that, you can kind of understand why, but at the same time, Netflix, Amazon Prime, even Hulu, all those big streaming giants have been releasing critically acclaimed movies on their streaming platforms, so no longer is it a taboo at this point for a streaming site to have a movie exclusively delivered through it. Now, getting on to our final piece of news, we have for the Spider-Man Far From Home lovers out there, some interesting concept art showing the different elementals, which, if a lot of people pay attention, were based on C/D list Spider-Man villains, such as Molten Man, Hydro Man, and some others as well. And getting onto the concept art, the Molten Man one is probably the most dynamic, because it shows him in a very monstrous form in the concept art, yet also it shows him in a much more humanoid, comic accurate version as well, which makes me wonder if potentially during the film at some point they were going to try humanizing certain elementals more so than obviously we got in the final product, like Molten Man, maybe to further sell the fact that these are some super villainous, conscientious beings from a different Earth versus simply being these monstrosities that had semi-Infinity Stone kind of origins once we actually got explained that in Far From Home. But also we see their kind of version of the Earth Elemental, which more or less kind of looked like their version of Sandman. Then we had Hydro Man as well. But who knows, maybe in the future we'll get some really cool updates, some really cool looks at other designs for the elementals, and maybe some unused elementals, because I was definitely wondering if they would adapt Electro in some way, shape, or form, considering how easy it would be, just like how they did Sandman, Hydro Man, and Molten Man. It'd be extremely easy to do Electro as an elemental if after the previous, portrayals of the character, they decide they didn't want to do him again on live action with a different, actor. But leave your comments down below. What do you guys think? Which news piece today was your favorite? And we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching our video. If you guys liked what you saw, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and consider filling out the survey in the description below. It's just some stuff for us to find out ways we can better make our content, whether it's the lighting, the camera, the audio, the video, whatever it may be. We want to make the best content possible for you guys here at HN. So just fill out the survey if you have a chance. Let us know. Put in the comments things we can improve upon. And we hope you guys liked the video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys would like to see next time. And we'll see you guys later.